Hi viewers, hi everyone. This is Estelle channel. You're welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here, or you're just passing by and stumbled over this video, I ask for a favor. I ask that you hit the subscribe button. Please consider to subscribe and leave your comments below and turn on the notification bell icon so that you'll be updated anytime I post any video. Thank you. Today, in today's topic, I want to still talk about xenophobia in South Africa. I want to speak about the consequences of xenophobia in South Africa. As we all can see, as we know now that peace has returned to South Africa, normalcy has returned, and the people are coming out in the street asking for forgiveness, asking the foreigners to forgive them, saying it won't happen again, saying no more xenophobia attack, saying they are sorry for what they've done. And the South African government has sent envoy to so many African countries, all the African countries, and asking for forgiveness from all these countries. It's a good one. I must commend. I am happy with the development. I am really happy that the people have eventually come back to their senses and realized that there is no need for these attacks, knowing that what they did was not right. I am so happy about that, and I think they did right coming back to their senses. But also, I want to speak about the consequences of xenophobia in South Africa. First and foremost, I would like us to look at the consequences this xenophobia attack we have on South Africa as a country, South Africans as the people, and the foreigners as well. I will tell you that you will agree with me that this xenophobia attack is not in any way in the good interest of the country. It's not. One of the consequences, I think, is that people from other countries of the world will be scared now to come to South Africa to invest or to do business. Why? Because South Africa has been known for attacking foreigners in the name of xenophobia. They always, from time to time, attack the foreigners, attack their businesses, loot their properties, loot their businesses, destroy everything they've worked for, and then they call it xenophobia attack. So now that will make so many, or cause so many people from all over the world to be afraid going to South Africa to do business or to establish, because they are going to have a mind of fear that when their business starts driving and they start growing, and one day South Africans will wake up and attack their businesses and everything they've labored for, everything they've worked for, and destroy everything, and then nothing will happen, and they will name it xenophobia attack. So because of that, a lot of people will not try or consider to go to South Africa to invest or to do business. This is one of the effects this xenophobia attack will have in South Africa. Second, on the path of the government, this xenophobia attack is not good for the government. It's not good for the economy of government of the South Africa. Why? Because the government have spent a lot of money sending envoy to so many countries in Africa. That costs quite a lot of money, you know. It costs a lot. The government has spent fortune sending people to go beg on the behalf that they are sorry for what happened, asking for forgiveness. That means that the government is spending a lot of money doing that, and then somehow it will affect the economy of South Africa. It will affect your budget. It will also affect the people. Indirectly, it will affect them. They might not notice, they might not be aware of that, but if the government is spending a lot of money unnecessarily, the money they're supposed to put into some other good projects in the country, they are using it to send envoy. They are spending it unnecessarily. It doesn't make sense, and also to the government, it's not good. And the third consequence is that the government has come to say that they are willing to compensate those who were victims of this attack. Come to think of it, they have spent money sending envoy to the countries in Africa. They are going to compensate those who were victims, whose businesses, those who were victims of this attack in generally. And so that means that they are going to spend a lot of money, a lot of your taxpayers' money. That is waste. That is waste. Because all the properties of the people, the businesses that were looted, the businesses that were destroyed and burned, if the government are going to compensate adequately, then it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be cheap. They are going to spend, it will require a huge amount of budget. This is it. And South Africans don't seem to get this. They don't seem to understand this. Xenophobia is neither good for the government, the people, nor the foreigners. This is the truth. Now, come to think of it. Okay, now there is peace. Now you are asking for forgiveness because you've heard from all over the world, all the people, everyone is condemning this attack. Everyone says it's not good. Now you are asking for forgiveness. All right. You are asking for forgiveness from someone you've destroyed his life. You destroyed his means of livelihood. You destroyed all what he's worth for, or his life, or what he is living for. You destroyed everything. And now you turn around and say, please forgive. Is that easy? Is that really easy? I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that you shouldn't destroy people's life and then turn around and say, oh, please forgive me. Anyways, having said that, asking for forgiveness is the only thing you could do at this point. I quite understand that. But you should also understand that it's not easy to forgive at this point. Really, it's not easy. Are you going to ask for someone who's lost a son to forgive you, who is grieving right now to forgive you? You've rendered so many people fatherless. You've rendered a lot of people childless, and you ask them for forgiveness, and you feel that's simple? I hope you've learned your lessons, and I hope that this xenophobia attack will never happen again. It had better not happen again. This is bad, guys. This is not good. You cannot destroy people's life and properties and you turn back to ask for forgiveness. Really. But at this point, there's nothing anyone can say. There's nothing. That seems to be the only option. But even at that, after one being forgiven, make sure that it doesn't happen again. It doesn't happen again. This is where I stand. And also, I am calling on the foreigners in South Africa. Really, let's be reasonable. For example, there are so many people from so many countries of the world living in South Africa, but a lot of people have accused, a lot of South Africans have accused Nigerians of so many things: crime, engaging in criminality, drug peddling, and all that, engaging in illegal businesses and everything. Okay, if we should go by that, there are so many other countries living in South Africa. I hope it's not only Nigerians, but there is this popular saying that in every rumor there is an atom of truth. Now I am begging all the foreigners in South Africa, be you Nigerian, Ghanaian, from Togo, Congo, wherever, United States, America, England, wherever you are coming from, it doesn't pay to engage in crime. It doesn't pay, my brothers. It doesn't pay to engage in crime. You have to live a legitimate life. You have to do legitimate businesses. You have to engage yourself in doing something that is lawful. Don't go because you are so eager. You want to make quick money. You want to be rich within a twinkle of an eye, and then you can do anything. It doesn't pay. Crime doesn't pay. It has never paid anyone, and it will never pay you nor anyone else. Please, at least you can do your business. When you have a legitimate business, you can save and do your business without being afraid that anyone will attack you, without being afraid that anything will happen, without being afraid that even the security operatives will come after you. You would do your business in peace and have a peace of mind. And when you get your money, you have a good feelings about your wealth. You know that you acquired your wealth in the right way. You can go to sleep with your both eyes closed. You have peace in your mind. You have peace in your heart. It pays. You don't have to engage in crimes. Come to think of it, if you are into drug peddling and all that, you have equally destroyed lives. Do you know that? You have destroyed life. You have destroyed people's future. You have destroyed human beings beyond what word can say even. But that does not justify the actions of South Africans taking laws into their hands, because there are security agencies who should checkmate crime, who should check what is going on in the country, who should bring all those criminals to book, get them arrested, prosecute them, and get them convicted, punish them for their crime. You don't have to take laws into your hands, South Africans. Please, I'm begging. You don't have to take laws into your hands to do the work of the security officers. By the time you do so, you are going to damage a lot of things and you are going to get those who are innocent to pay for the sins of some other people. You are going to get them to suffer for what they know nothing about. That is punishing the innocent for what another person, for the sins or the crime of another person, and it's not fair. and it's not good. So you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't take laws into your hands. Let your security operatives do their work. Let the government do their work. If you understood this from the beginning, there wouldn't have been this xenophobia attack. The government wouldn't have been spending this much amount of money, and you are not going to be working in the streets and sending envoys to the countries and asking for forgiveness. We wouldn't have come to this. We wouldn't have come to this. This is the truth. Therefore, I ask both the South Africans and the foreigners to live in harmony and in peace. There is no country that will say that you don't want foreigners to live in your country. It's not possible. There are South Africans living all over the world. In so many African countries, you have South Africans living there. Therefore, you don't have to attack any foreigner. And the government have to ensure the protection of every person living in South Africa, citizen or non-citizen. The government must ensure the safety of their lives and properties. This is the job. This is your work. This is what you are to do. This is what you owe the people who are living in your countries. You must protect them, their lives and their properties. This is it. And also, I want to ask that the government of South Africa had to pay full compensation. I don't buy the idea of we are going to compensate. When African governments or African people will speak of compensation, believe you me, it could be anything. It could be anything, in the sense that they will tell you we are going to compensate. They can give you 5% of your total loss. They could give you 10% of your total loss, and that to me amounts to nothing. I thereby urge the government of South Africa to pay full compensation, to pay back in full whatever anyone has lost in this xenophobia attack. The government has to pay full compensation. Take record of every property destroyed, everything lost, and pay back. That way, the government will sit up to its responsibility of ensuring the protection of lives and properties of the citizens and the foreigners living in the country. This is my take in this. So I don't buy the idea that we are going to ensure that we compensate. No. Tell us that you are going to pay back in full everything they've lost. That way you will feel the pain. That way you will feel that you have a responsibility to make sure that this xenophobia attack doesn't happen anymore, and not to come out and tell the world that you are helpless, your security agencies are helpless. No. If you will compensate in full and bear the burden, then you would make sure that this doesn't happen again, because I believe that South Africa has all what it takes to protect the lives, the properties of the citizens and the foreigners, of everyone living in South Africa. We have the capability to do that. Therefore, this is what I am calling for. Once again, this is me, Estelle. I am coming to the end of this video, and then this is my opinion, and I ask that you leave your own opinion, your own idea, what you think about what I've just said. If you agree with me, or if you have a different opinion, I want you to leave your comments in the comment section below. I will see you again in my next video, as I will be bringing you videos and things that are happening in Israel in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.